Like, the only tournament that I've, like, even bothered to, like, do recently was a Nintendo-hosted tourney thing on Smash Brothers. And I would like to say, yes, I did win. To be fair, though, like, the competition were pretty terrible. And you can play with, like, items on and everything, and Final Smash moves and so on. So it's not like, you know, doing it through pure competitive fighting skill. So, yeah. The next day was a tournament of another Two-Who game. That one was a fighting game. I lost my first round in that. Before using my current profile pic, I used one from a character named Chaser John Doe. Is that another anime or something else? Yeah, I'm not very good at competitive. Oh, you can kind of drop this icicles on people. Unless it gets blocked by something else. Yeah. I'm not a very competitive inclined person. Like I'm not good at competitive stuff, so I kind of avoid it. I think the most competitive stuff I do nowadays is just like playing Smash Bros with the cousins on the weekends, and I still don't win every game of that yet, which I'm really trying to aim towards. Mushroom Tower. Oh, you actually drop off as well. Right, so you're actually a lot easier to hit once you've dropped off. Interesting, managed to interrupt me out of that. Oh, ooh. Okay, how does this work? Okay, so you can do the double jump after using your spell in midair, which is great. See, movement options. Always good. Ooh, that was close. Goodbye. So Chaser John Doe is a character of Yumakui Meri, and is a guy with a mask. And I say guy because he's actually a dream demon with a certain cat things. And we've got a link to the character as well. Oh, I'll check that out at some point. Get away. Breakable? Nope. Ocean. Hello. Oh, you're the weak stuff. I wonder what the difference is between red numbers and green numbers and white numbers when it comes to doing damage to enemies. Hello. Like, there was a load of blue numbers there on the spell, and there was red numbers with the attack. So I'm wondering whether the red numbers mean that I'm doing less effective damage. Maybe? Hard to tell. Where are we going? Yeah, we can carry on going this way for a little bit. Wyvern tail. Give me some plant bats. I want to see some plant bats. Need to kill them. Yumakui Meri, in English, will be Dream Eater Meri, is a manga that I lost track of a long time ago, and I need to reread it. Has a short anime adaptation as well. Okay. Sounds interesting enough. Alright, so I can't go up there yet, I don't think. Gonna be double jump and then dash. Might be able to make that jump. Maybe. Have to be perfect timing though. That's not perfect timing. Go now. No, can't make it just yet. Whoops. I did not mean to drop down that far, actually. Oh well. Guess we're climbing block the long way. Woo. go left for a bit in case we loop up with the other side of the path. Yeah, I'm finding like there's always there's always the internal pressure that is self-inflicted of I should really like check out this new thing, but then you kind of end up going back to old habits of, oh, let's just watch this thing that we've already seen, or let's, you know, play this video that's already been on. And we had this problem yesterday, me and Pimmsy. We were like, oh, let's watch a film. Well, let's not watch a film we've seen before. Let's watch something new. And then we're going through the whole list on the categories and everything. It's like, ugh, but we don't want to watch a film that's like too long, but everything that's short we've already seen, and everything that's everything that's long we've already seen, and everything that's like, you know, looks interesting is like really long too. So we ended up watching The Old Guard on Netflix, which is a film starring Charlize Theron about invincible soldiers. And I think when I looked up the Netflix kind of roundup of films that came out and were good, they were slightly overstating how good it was, because I was not very impressed with it in general. I mean, it's okay. Like, for a new film to watch, you can do worse. But at the same time, it's just like, I probably would have preferred watching something else. Like, something I know is good, compared to something new, which was untested, untried. So Reaper had that profile pic because I like the design of the mask. I like mask characters. I usually plan the series that I'm going to watch. In my free times of doing nothing, I search up anime and mangas, and even now I plan to watch and read. Yeah, I mean, I've done the same thing. I've got a list of anime and manga to, well, actually, it's just a list of anime to catch up on, or, you know, watch for the first time or whatever. But yeah, it's just like, you know, difficult. Oh, hello. Hello. Are you like a secret boss? Kind of? No? Okay. Wow. I'm not expecting that. Like, I've got the list of anime I've mentioned a couple of times, but I've also got, like... So, having the ability to add stuff to a list on Netflix is great, because it's like, oh, why don't we try watching this that we've not seen yet, you know? But at the same time, it's like, well, I don't really want to watch this thing that I've put onto my list, so what we're going to watch instead? I don't know. And then we spend like 15 minutes just scrolling through all the different categories to see what there is. I've got a potion. So, yeah, let's go left for a bit. Ooh, hello. Document naivete. Elana, you are naive if you think that allowing these Lachiem to believe they have truly escaped my ire by declaring some kind of independence will prevent eventual strife. The more powerful they think they are, the more likely they will initiate conflict. They are, after all, a world of criminals. However, I have no need to antagonize them directly. We are powerful, they are weak. If you truly think they will remain peaceful, I invite you to visit them. Go as an ambassador and see how they respond to diplomacy. You will see that it is hopeless, and when you return, I shall have prepared a strike force to remind them and our citizens who holds the power. BT. Perilous, you say. I now watch one chapter or two a day of an anime around 10:30 or so, and I have another anime ready to watch later after I complete the current one, or I decide to drop it. I do that to not eat up a whole manga in a day and do other things too. Well, that's a good way of like pacing yourself. So the other way to pace yourself when it comes to anime and manga is wait for a season to be finished. So if episodes are getting released on a weekly basis, unless it's something you really don't want to get spoiled on and people are going to start blabbing about it online, then you can always pretty much afford to wait. Alright, so where are we now? It's very mechanical. Interesting. Ooh, red crystal. Plasma crystal. Sweet. Maybe I should have just picked that up rather than attacking it. Another save point. Okay. With mangas, I try to read a whole chapter or a few ones of a manga a day, instead of a lot of them to not reach the end or the last released chapter too quick. Yeah, it's even worse with mangas, isn't it? Where, oh, wow, what does this go? Hey, shortcut unlocked. How about that? Sweet, okay. Well, let's carry on going down first. I spotted a chest that I need to grab first. Yeah, with manga, you actually have to wait for the author to release it. It's like, who's going to be reading the Game of Thrones books now that the full TV series has been released, you know? And manga's even worse. You've got several chapters to wait on. Did I really not see a chest? I thought I did. There it is. Wow. Knocked me out of there. Okay. Elements will be sweet. Ta-da. Okay. So let's go ahead and get that save point again. Cool. Let's see where this leads off to. This must be the Maw of Asmodeus, the thing that destroys Valette and lets Lachiem become the undisputed power. Well, not this time. Hello? Oh. I was expecting to attack me. Uh-oh. Ooh. That's fine. I can kill you from either side. And the air here. I've never felt so light, so right. Let's do this. Oh, I thought there was going to be an actual thing about being able to move quicker. Tell you what, I need to switch. What's strongest? Blade orbs, right? Yeah, blade orbs. Ooh. Ooh. I keep forgetting I have the ability to stop time. Like, it's so easy for me to think about. Oh, that's why she says she feels lighter here. She's got aura. Like, I think the aura is charging up quicker. Woo! Oh, okay, there's multiple things. Right, so the melee stuff is going to be difficult to avoid. Ah, right. I actually need to run back with that. Okay, and then there we go. Alright, I think I got the hang of you more. Level up! Whoa. The MAW. We have changed history. The portal's gone. Is Valette safe? Even if they are, everyone's stuck here now. Yeah, there's no going back. Unless we can use the time spinner with them. Let's go ahead and make that save. Sweet. Yes, I prefer to watch it when it's actually already fully released. At least now, before I watched fully released anime. And the current season animes watched on release, the ones that look interesting. Some of them I was like, I want to see the next one, and I had to wait a whole week. Yeah, it's always annoying. You get used to, like... Well, it's kind of a cliche, but you get used to the Netflix model of watching all of the episodes and binging them. But the problem is that if not all the episodes are available, you kind of, like... You have to be, like, really confident that your thing you're making is, like, strong enough for people to want to come back week after week. Like, me and Pimmsy started watching The Mandalorian on Disney+. But at the time, on Disney+, they were doing it on a week-by-week release schedule. So we ended up watching, like, you know, the first 6 episodes week by week. But then we haven't gone back and finished, like, the last 4 or whatever, how many there are in the first season. So I'm like, well, that's just like a mistake. They should have, you know, made it available everywhere all at the same time because it already came out in America. So there was really no reason for them to like hold it back at all. But yeah, you do a similar thing with anime. It's like wait until the whole season's out, unless there are going to be spoilers that you can't really avoid. In which case you have to watch it week by week, so you stay on top of the discussion. The worst part of that is when the anime ends in a bad as hell way that not only destroys your opinion of the chapters, but of the whole season and the season before that, such as Ald Noah Zero. Yeah, you've mentioned Ald Noah Zero before, I think. Well, I guess... Was it worse to wait to watch Game of Thrones until the whole, like, 8 seasons were done and completed? Or was it better to watch the good seasons of Game of Thrones as they came out and then get disappointed by the bad seasons later? You know? There's always two sides to this. Okay, I actually want to travel back to that other part of the map that I didn't explore down here. So I'm going to go do that. And I'm going to skip you. And you as well. And you too. Ooh. Excuse me. Because I'm curious what I missed. Tally ho! Alright, so let's heal up. 1 HP. And we've got a time travel gate around here. I'm getting wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. Oh, it's actually this one. Yeah, I misread the red one as a teleport point. It's actually a save point. Oh well, that's fine. I guess the other thing with watching something week to week is that you stay like hyped up in the discussion, like I mentioned. So it's one thing to be like, oh, everyone's talking about Game of Thrones at work or in the office or wherever, you know? It's another thing to be like, online, everyone's talking about this thing and no one else is like mentioning anything that I like. So that way you feel like if you don't watch it week by week, you will miss out. But that happens very rarely, I think. Like, it has to be a fairly big release for people to feel like that. Bye. Oops. Oh, that did a lot of damage. Can't reach, can I? There we go. There. Alright, this time don't drop all the way down because I won't be able to make it back. Reaper knew that Ald Noah will not end in the way that I wanted. Basically, two characters that love each other together will not be together. But the way that they did it and what happens around it actually made no fucking sense. Well, that's another thing, like, when it comes to adaptations of things, the way that the material adapts it might not be to people's expectations, and that can lead to a lot of disappointment, but also a lot of excitement as well. It's like, oh my god, I did not expect this at all. What's going to happen next, kind of thing. But in that situation, it just sounds like overall bad. I need to go top first. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'm just jumping through. Okay. Jump over your head. Over your head. Over your head. Goodbye. Okay, so I can't make this jump yet because I'm pretty sure I need the dash ability. So we're going to stick to the right-hand side as far as we can go. And then this leads to... Window! Slices foes with supersonic gusts of wind. Okay. So let's swap out the iron orb for that. So Window. Ooh, like a rapier. Yeah, let's try that for a bit. So, looks like I can't actually do this thing above me until I have an ability. Let's put that marker there. And then I think we go back up the lift and then head right a little bit and see what caves we can explore. What underwater places we can explore. Yeah, the ending of Aldnoah was an original one. Don't remember, like... Oh, the shell hurts you while it's still alive. Okay, so... Okay. I mean, that makes sense. Goodbye. I should totally use my time stop powers more. Just keep forgetting about them. I think that speaks to how strong the main game of this is. Like, you don't have to use these time powers that much. Like, obviously it helps you to avoid damage and stuff like that, but otherwise it's like, yeah, it's just a cool ability to have. Okay, so back up here. And there we go. Was there anything I was disappointed in the ending of recently? I'd say. Like, saying that you were disappointed by an ending can be kind of a bummer for people to hear that in case they really liked it, but at the same time, people might appreciate, like, that opinion as well. But to be honest, I can't think of anything recently. Oh, that's a long paragraph. I'm going to have to find a safe place to read that, I think. And that will be here. Max Sando. Cool. In the original Aldnoah, the end was not in a surprise way, but it was like, okay, I'm your queen. I can tell you to stop the war. But instead of just doing that, I will announce that I marry this guy here, a commander of our army, that I don't actually love. I actually don't even know him that much. He appeared in only 2 or 3 episodes. He was a little bit important to the plot, but to not give him this kind of treatment, and he'll say all of you to stop the war. The whole Aldnoah Zero anime was an original anime, not an adaptation of anime. Ah, okay, yes. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Like, I was thinking of the classic Full Metal Alchemist thing of, oh, the adaptation didn't go with the anime adaptation, the first one, didn't go with the manga's ending, but if that was, like, an original anime, then, yeah, they had no excuse. You kind of assume that they planned out how the anime was going to end. Like, so I think this is a good example of an anime that people's endings didn't like. So I watched Neon Genesis Evangelion a while back, and the way that Neon Genesis Evangelion the anime finishes is very strange, but I actually like it for what it represents in the terms of the theme of the anime and so on. But there is also the end of Evangelion, which is the anime movie, which takes place at the same time as the final episodes. And I think that was made as a direct response to people that didn't like the end of the anime. And I'm like, no, that's totally not the case. Like, it is so much better. It fits so much more. But then there's also the argument that the studio that was making the anime actually ran out of money while making it. And obviously there's the argument there that they didn't actually manage to finish their final vision for the game, for the anime, as it were. That the part of the ending was part of the nonsense thing. I think I already told you. You probably have. And Evangelion here was live on a regional TV channel. I did not know that. Evangelion was not around in the UK, I don't think. Well, obviously it was in America because it was obviously the English dub. But then it got redubbed for Netflix as well. We heard a rumble from below. What happened out there? I destroyed the thing that the Lachiem had guarding the portal. Then the portal is liberated. I'm sorry, when the MAW was destroyed, so was the portal. I see. then there is no going back. Sorry. Anything for me? Nope. Okay. So, that's that. Nalista, anything for you? Can't say I'll miss Valet that much. Can I help you with anything? Rose Inspired. Storm Eye. Let's make Storm Eye, because I'm using the Wind Orb at the moment. Icicle Ring. Expends aura points to strengthen melee attacks. Ooh. Sure, why not? And then I can reinforce stuff. So, yeah, I might as well make this better. And we'll make the Ice Orbs better as well. This is probably the wrong thing to do. I should be just picking one orb set to, like, make maximum strength, but I kind of like being able to play around with them. And yes, nothing else. Oh, okay. So, Wind Orb is going to have Storm Eye, and then Tailwind Ring. Nice. Okay. Wait, what am I using now? I'm using Wind Orb, Blade Orbs there, Ice Orbs there, and Silence Ring. Yes, okay. That makes sense. Hey, Heristal. I can still hear their shrill cries out there. If the plant bats aren't called, I may not be able to protect our position. Right, I'm on it. We do not have the luxury of time here. Well, actually, you do. Like, you have all the time. Ooh. Is this the crystal you need? Yes, thank you. Let's hope it helps. While you were gone, I slept and dreamt. I was back in Valate before this war. I saw the Emperor Volturilis rise to power with his powerful magics. I saw how they took anyone with magical gifts to raise in their cloistered castles, how they treated those who had no magic, like second-class citizens. And then all the Valatian Emperor's enemies gathered up and forced through the portal to this world, and the war, the things they've done. And being here now, seeing what the bleakness can do. And it was just a dream. I don't know. I guess I can just understand why the Lachiem are so angry, willing to fight back. Their actions may be wrong, but I can't say Valates have ever been any better. Maybe I'll talk to Heristal about it. Sure. Plasma Panic completed. I hear the portal's gone. We have quite a road ahead of us. Nothing new? Okay, what about you? Hey, how you feeling? Thumbs up. He'll live, at least for now. The worst is past, I think. What's that? Something to write with? Esham. Hmm? Cheveux feather. Siren ink. Yeah, for a pen. Sure. Do I have that stuff? I have siren ink, but I don't have a cheveux feather. So that's gonna have to wait for a bit. How much money do I have? 2,000. I need 3,000 for the ancient coin, I think. So can't get that just yet.